Alright, looks like we are live and ready. Let me double check it real quick. Yes, we are live. Welcome everyone. Hope you are doing great. It's 23rd of July, Thursday, New York session, and a lot of movement happened and happening in the market. We called it all yesterday, so let's go over them and see how things played out. Let's start by USD CHF. This trade that we are in it from yesterday, you can see it rised perfectly here and had a little bit of drop. Actually, we entered. Sorry, gotta have my journal up. So Tuesday, we entered Tuesday New York session here. Currently, it's up about 61 pips. And our stop loss was, I think, 30, 25, and it's about 1 to 2. If it reached this 0.81750, which is almost 5 pips away, definitely go break even and secure some profit. You can see in daily, if you keep it for swing, there is a big chance for a massive risk to reward, about 1,000 pips, because it can come back to this high. And if you just have a position over there, it's good. I don't personally do it, but if you're down to do, that's about USD CHF. Next, we had Euro USD. Euro USD also, as you can see, it's going down. It's on profit right now. These lows are almost what is this? These lows are definitely going to be met. You can see the daily and how it looks. It's just so clear. And also on all other time frames, we are bearish right now. You can see it. A perfect stop hunt on Asian session, and then right, dropping down, and I think it's gonna continue dropping. You're gonna see a massive daily candle, in my opinion. Add the link here too. Alright, and then we had also USD JPY. This one stopped me out in here, but it's continuing to rise. We could have entered yesterday, but I just didn't trust it to come without a stop hunt. I wanted to see the stop hunt, and I'm not really regretting anything. This trade was taken from here, okay? This trade was taken from here, and it's up 160 pips and going to be about 180 pips by the end of today. And the stop loss for this one was also 40 pips. So 40 pips to 160 pips. It's about 1 to 4. Great trade. Great trade if you have it, or still for me was like 1 to 3 or something around here. And that's like another, you can see 70, 1 to 2.5 probably for me. And yeah, so USD JPY we call the buy, it worked. Euro USD we call the sell, it worked. USD CHF we call the buy, it worked. And let's take a look at US30. US30, I called this meltdown a week around here, start of the week. Now I got stopped out myself. This is the second time that this week that my stop loss placement is costing me money. First one was in, let me see the journal, USD JPY. The first one was USD JPY this week. Sorry, my bad. Stop loss should have been above it. The first one was gold. So the gold trade that I had, the stop loss should have been above here, but it was in middle of this. Although it got stopped out, it would have get a stop out anyway. But I had my stop loss below the level and it took me out. And yesterday on US30 I entered here and I literally said that I can have a pending order here with a stop loss on this level, but I didn't do it and it cost me a loss here. Then you can see how it's dropping exactly as I was calling it, right? So a sell on US30 was right, sell on Euro USD was right, USD CHF buy was right, and Euro JPY is also the trade we took yesterday for a buy. Um, it's, let's see, yeah, yesterday we took it. It did play around, didn't go anywhere, and by the Asian session it was up about 60 pips. Now it's kind of let me check my trade. It's on profit, it's blue, but it's very close to entry. As you can see, it's not much of a difference, about 25 pips above entry. Looking at daily, everything looks good after this crazy ass up and down. I hope that this DMA is moving away from each other. It's the sign that it's gonna start pushing it. We'll see what happens. And next, GBP JPY. This is a trade I actually got in today. Okay. Sorry, before we finish for Euro USD also, we can just wait for the low. There's nothing really we're gonna do about it. And Euro JPY, we're gonna wait. So GJ, for GJ, you can see that price above yearly moving average, price above all DMAs on daily. We had the expand, return, balance, and right now you can see the balance here. The levels were respected, price came back above DMA, a rejection to 1 hour DMA and 3 hour. Everything looks like price is more probable to continue rising. Looking at 30 minutes, we just had a bullish engulfing with a fresh cross on 30 minutes. And I entered this one as well. And if this also works, we are, well, I did not in my trading accounts, but in terms of analysis, we were right in every single analysis that we had. And I think it's a great result. We knew the pairs that we shouldn't touch. We knew the pairs that is going to move. And all these pairs were weak in advance. On weekly recap session, we put them on green lights. And that's the things I'm proud about to my system, you know, that you can literally know things and what is about to happen in the next weeks and what is better to keep it aside and not touch it. These filters are more important than a lot of other stuff that you might think, you know. Having a system to show you a setup is one thing, but having a setup that show you what not to trade more often than what to trade is a good filter in a market that it's full of setups depend on how you look at the charts. You know, if you want to draw a trend line and zone, there is 1,000 different ways to call something a trade and a perfect analysis. Even with my own setup, you can call a lot of things in a specific individual time frame. You can say this is you know, a buy or sell, but when you come into overall picture, as you see how we go by daily to the lower time frames and watch them all together, it's making the difference, you know. So let's go over the rest. GBAUD, it's at daily DMA. Nothing really for me now because the other DMAs are not really aligned. You can see 3 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes are bearish. but daily is bullish, so we're gonna wait. GBP pretty close to this area. It looks like a sell. The momentum seems like it's coming down here, but nothing tradable. Euro NZD retracing back to DMA. A lot of space to work with. Let's take a look at gold. So gold extended a little bit over than this level, although I told you guys that 4,220 or 4,200 where is this daily DMAs. As I mentioned, this is the area that price can reach. However, anywhere in this area it can come back down, as you can see, just like that. Why? Because overall we are in a bearish scenario, right? And this low is being worked. You can see how price is coming down. Wouldn't really be tradable to me. As you can see, we have a bullish cross up. The only way this gives us a chance is to come down and hit this level, which will cause these to cross down most likely, and then either consolidate here for DMAs to come back or stop on to them. So then, only then, I think it would be tradable for us coming down. I had a price here. Okay, so that's about gold. I think it's gonna be continuing to drop, but gotta wait. Euro GBP came and reached that level on 3 hour perfectly. We are crossed down on it. On daily it's almost reaching it. 1 hour is crossed up. It looks like it's starting to drop. This one right now should be here. See GCAD, nothing really. Euro Canadian, nice drop. The daily wasn't really clear, but other than daily, all other time frames were pretty. You could have known it. And Euro USD, nothing really for me. Sorry, USD CAD. Different with DMAs. AUD USD, looks like we're gonna leave them for quite some time. This looks good. If this actually comes down here and play around, we are kind of confirmed that NZD USD going down. Need a little bit more candle. It's aligned with this too. Alright, so oil continuing to rise, nothing surprisingly about it. Structure was saying it, news was saying it, Trump was saying it. And cryptocurrency market showing red to the people, but structure looks bullish, right? So this is one thing that kind of you can see for the yesterday and today. They mostly showed the market red more than green, and making people it's gonna be a sell, and they've been seeing sells. I think it's gonna stop around these DMAs and then push to the yearly moving average. Same with this one. So US30, I don't think it's gonna stop at this. I mean it's gonna stop, but not overall. I think it's gonna come here and then come lower to this low probably, or to yearly moving average, depends. But I don't think a brand new high like this would just be done by this little thing. Okay, we'll see. I can be wrong, but looks like I'm not wrong in any of the things I said. So basically, right now the active trades, because these are kind of played out and the trade management part is left. The two trade that we are kind of watching right now is GBP JPY buys and Euro JPY buys. Let me do this on 2. Setting it ready. And I'm kind of positive on them. I think they're gonna play out. They look okay. There is a possibility to not playing it out. I mean the probability, and that would be the 3-hour DMA or maybe even daily retracement. That would be the case for it. And on GJ, would be just coming back to this DMA. It's literally right at all averages. And we took this nice trade on GJ once last week, and we patiently waited 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to take the next right. So that's a nice type of patience, and now we are on both Euro JPY. That time we were only on GJ. Now we are in both of them. Let's see if we're gonna get double treat this time, and maybe for the next third wave. This one actually, if this pushes, because GJ didn't move where UJ moved, right? So we took the UJ, and last week the UJ didn't move where GJ moved, right? So on this happened on July 14, and this happened on July 20, and we took them both in 2 different days. We were into the USD JPY too at the time with the GBP JPY when that moved, but UJ didn't, right? And now that one is moving. I just wish that we could have hold. I mean, I would probably gonna have by the end of this week, when I'm gonna do a weekly recap on my journal, I'll probably set a new date of avoiding to trail my stop loss. It's either stop loss take profit or stop loss break even after 1 to 2, and that way I would get to see these trades more often rather than getting stopped out on profit. Because it's not like I'm gonna withdraw that profit right away, right? I'm gonna wait for a weekly cycle or a monthly cycle to finish and then choose if I want to withdraw. And in that case, why am I not sitting in that trade? It doesn't make sense. I was like that. I was keeping it easily, no problem. But because of the live streams, I'm making some changes towards how I enter the trades. So I'm entering more trade, now giving me more tasks to do the management, and now it's a little hard to ignore that I'm into 4 different trade. Before I was into 2 trade and then I would forget it, but now it's like, what happened to US30, what happened to this, what happened to that, and it keep coming back to me, and I keep coming back to the chart or my phone, and then I will start doing stuff like putting, for example, on USD CHF, I could have, on USD JPY, I could have just not touched it on the Asian session when I'm at home, instead of just putting my stop loss from here to here. From here to here, I can put it literally nothing. I either break even or just not touch it for it to go, So it's the journey of learning, no matter how long you've been doing that shit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I have literally nothing else to say, but I wanna play. Let's grab some water. So let's change this. So there is a gun called Desert Eagle, and they say that's like the most accurate kind of a pistol you can get in this game, but it's hard to master. And I'm the man of challenges, man. So let's see. I have to find an editor who would go through all these videos and cut what I said and what happened. It's a lot of content for a lot of calls that I had. Let me write that down. What I just said. Content of calls. COC series. I might do it. Okay, so let me check this pistol real quick. This is a training map. Hang up, man. It doesn't change for some reason. That's for warm-ups and shit. We'll try to master it in the game. GJ would turn to one of my favorites if... Come on, I hate Vertigo. It would be my new US dollar Canadian. didn't I run away? JPY is starting to run. Nice. That's what I wanna hear and see. What the fuck? Can't believe they defused the bomb last time. Small ass motherfucker. Nice. Okay, GG. gap. Jesus. 1 to 3 now. 1 to 2. Downward gap. White GG is in 15 minutes. That changes. Why didn't he plan it all? Tell us. We don't even know how this thing works. don't think I haven't killed anyone. Yeah, I killed two. Still terrible.
Hello, Humna. How are you?
Jeez. You killed everyone. That's good. Nice. We won. I was waiting and smoke. Go back to 8. yeah. Oh my god. A map I never played, sure. GJ is going so. We got there. We have about 15 minutes. Oh, let's watch it. Wrong side. Not a hard one. Yeah. GJ running, UJ running, the the rest are running. Life is good. I love playing tonight. Playing, I mean, like, I'll be DJing tonight too. Nice. Let's go. That was a sick play. Nice. So one of our videos on Instagram got 91,000 views so far, and I'm very excited. I'm waiting to be 100,000. That would be my first 100K video. Let's try and not die. No way. Wow. All right, guys. So I don't think there's anything else you wanna wait in here and see other than my playing. Things are going nice. Let's quickly go over the rest. US30 hit that daily DMA. USD JPY continuing to rise. Everything going nicely. You can take some money out of USD CHF for sure. EJ and GJ also running nicely. And that's basically everything we called. Everything we called is working. You're either in profit or you're already out in profit. So I hope you enjoyed and have fun with it. Most importantly, learn something about how we see the market. I'll see you tomorrow for the last live daily of this week, and peace out.